Welcome back to I Woke Up Like This. I am Dr. Claudia, and today we are going to talk about, I don't know, we're going to see. We are going to move through an intuitive message. So, what that means is I don't really have any sort of plan for this podcast today because it feels like something else needs to come through. And if you happen to hear any noise in the background, both of my dogs are in the room with me, currently snoring away. But who knows how long that's going to last. And maybe that's part of the message because it feels very much energetically like there is a sleeping giant waiting to wake up on an entire wave of souls right on the edge of either taking a leap of faith, taking a leap with faith, I should say, and crossing the bridge of change into a new space, a new conscious awareness of themselves and the world around them. And if you're one of those people and you're either new here or you're not too familiar with my backstory, I'm Dr. Claudia, and I've been through a lot of things. My awakening was not exactly easy or peaceful. And there's been a lot of resistance built into my life on purpose so that I fully understand what it's like to walk in the darkness, to walk alone, to be the source of light in places and spaces where you're not necessarily welcomed. I've had to remove thought forms and programs and beliefs that made me feel like I wasn't enough, that disconnected me with my authenticity, and at times left me in very, very low, dark, dingy places. But I pulled myself out of those things. And as I started to understand my abilities, I built discernment around those abilities. I built boundaries and protection because I have the ability to do that. I also have the ability to protect places and spaces that are inherently my right to protect. So if you're feeling unwobbly in your awakening, if you're feeling wobbly in your ability to express yourself as the highest version of you, standing fully in your authenticity, I want you to know that this is a safe space. This is a safe space for those that are willing to expand and create a new world built on frequencies and timelines that are just becoming available. This is a safe space for those that have understood that the way that we're doing things isn't the way that we're going to be doing things, and that we have to have a lot of courage as we move forward because the systems that we've all become accustomed to are breaking down. They're crumbling, and the energies that feed off of those structures, those thought forms that have you doubting yourself, aren't too happy about that. But that's okay. That's their truth. It isn't ours. Because even if you can't see what the next year, 5 years, 10 years is going to look like, I would bet that there is a very deep knowing in you that everything's going to be okay and that it's normal to feel scared and a little bit apprehensive of walking an unknown path. So I want you to take a deep breath in, fully filling your lungs. And when you exhale, let go of your expectations of what you think your life should look like. There is a plan far greater than what you can see. And that's not because you're incapable of seeing or knowing or understanding. It's because your soul is currently in a human body that has limited capacity to see everything that source is, the webs that are weaved, the connections that are made, and how you will move through that web in the most perfect way for you. We are currently standing on the edge of what was, while what is has not been brought in yet. We're about to move into the liminal space, the in between, and your thoughts and your feelings, your knowing, your believing carry far more weight than you realize. Because slipping into that in between means that we are congealing between worlds and dimensions and timelines. So, what you think and what you feel matters. You are a creator of your reality. There are higher options and there are lower options. Now, I want you to understand that focusing your attention on the higher options does not mean that you live in a state of eternal bliss. It means you process your emotions the second they rise to the surface. You stop pushing them down. You start seeing them for the messengers that they are. They're meant to teach you something or show you something. You're not meant to spend all of your time in them. So, in this new space, you learn to process your emotions more than you ever have before. Awakening doesn't have to be scary or traumatic. There are doorways you can walk through that are safe, that are less traumatic, that allow you to move into your highest alignment with a path that's relatively cleared. You will always still experience what your soul set out to experience. And that may include pain, but that doesn't mean that you need to suffer to succeed. Everything in life, viewed as good, bad, or otherwise, has a purpose. It's there for a reason. Understanding that's important. Let's take another deep breath in, fully filling our lungs. And as you exhale, let go of any stress or tension and pinpoint any narrative that just rose to the surface that caused some fear. I want you to see that for what it is, an illusion, something meant to scare you into a lower version of yourself. It's not an idle threat, it's simply a trick. You're safe, but everything is about to feel new and awkward. Understanding that's going to make it a little bit easier. Right now, I'm feeling a well of emotion building with this collective. It's just a swirl of confusion, a good amount of anxiety, and unprocessed beliefs that are no longer yours to carry. If you have not already done so, I want you to go to my link in bio on my Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. It's all the same link on all three of those pages. And there is a link there to get the limiting beliefs meditation. This is free. This meditation will help you remove those beliefs, pull out the root, and allow you to move through life with a sovereign belief structure. This isn't about me telling you what to believe. This is about you pulling out the things that aren't in alignment with who you actually are. The things that tell you you're not enough, that you need certain exterior things to be successful, to be loved, to be cherished, to be worthy of this life. Those things need to go. They can't come with you. This isn't a meditation you do once. This is a meditation you go into, that you allow things to float to the surface. You deal with what comes up to the surface. You move through it and you do it again. Because you have to keep in mind, the entire time you have lived on this planet, you have been absorbing beliefs and thought forms that are not yours. This is the time where we get rid of them, because that is part of the awakening. That is part of you waking up to who you really are, what you're really capable of, all the gifts that you have, your purpose in this world. But we have to clear out the things that are holding you back. And nobody can do that for you but you. I can sit here, I can move your energy, I can move into places and spaces and unclog things. But the thing is that in doing that, I'm not really serving you the way that you need to be served. You need to be guided through the process of removing these thought forms so that you understand how to do it for yourself. Because it's your job to identify what leaves and what stays. It's your job to feel into who you are so deeply that you can tell everything that doesn't belong to you. And simply coming here covers us in a lot of those things that we have to break up through, that we have to dig ourselves out of. So when I say my journey wasn't comfortable, it wasn't nice, it wasn't littered with a whole lot of help. It's so that I understood the process to move up and out of these things and make it easier for you to do so. Because I didn't have a manual. I didn't have anyone helping me. I had to figure it out all on my own. And if I can make it just even a tiny bit easier on you, then all of it is worth it. So go get that meditation and commit to it. It's not a super long meditation. It's like 15 minutes. This is something that is filled with frequency that you can do every single day. But in order for you to fully wake up, you have to make the decision that you are going to walk down that path, that you are going to move towards your authenticity instead of away from it. It is safe for you to move towards it. I want you to take another deep breath in, fully filling your lungs. And when you exhale, let go of this anxiety that I feel building. It's not yours. You don't have to hold on to it any longer. All right. I wasn't really sure where that went or where it was going. But it feels like that was an important message that those of you that listen to this podcast needed to hear. I will probably be doing more of these intuitive type messages, just pulling through what needs to be said or heard to those of you listening. I know that those of you that are meant to hear these things hear them. And so I don't need to go looking for you, hunting for you, do any of those things. If you're listening, you're meant to hear this. And if you're not, you're not. If you're watching this on YouTube, drop me a white or blue heart in the comments below. And if you're on the audio streaming channels, I would love a 5-star review. I would really, really, really appreciate it. I see more and more of them come in every day, and I'm absolutely thankful and grateful for each and every one of you that leaves comments, that shares your story with me, that replies to my emails that I send to my email list, all of those things. I wasn't going to post a podcast today, but I was so drawn to whatever this message was that I went ahead and just hit record. So if this message found you, it was truly meant for you. You've got this. Keep going.